Hi, I'm Cinta New,
And I'm Skyreader Sherry. Welcome to our program.
and tonight we're going to be talking about the full moon happening on December 18th, 2021, and it's in the sign of Gemini. So, Skyreader Sherry, what do you usually notice with full moons that are on, like, the Gemini-Sagittarius axis?
Well, with the moon in Gemini, we see a lot of nervousness, anxiety. People are feeling unsettled. So that's the biggest thing I see, and I've seen it the last couple of days as we were approaching this full moon. The nervousness of people in the environment, the generalized anxiety.
Well, for sure, full moons are very emotional, right? I mean,
Mhm.
because they're periods of, fruition, culmination, completion, but they're also kind of when the drama happens, when the conflict happens, when things come to a head, basically, right?
Yes.
And with Gemini, it's more intellectual, right? So that would explain the anxiety. But for me, it's, of course, I try to look to finish writing projects around this time or anything really in that realm that you're completing something that's intellectual, has to do with writing or publishing also, because it's, Sagittarius is publishing, also education, which makes sense. People are, finishing their semester soon, so they're wrapping up their finals and all of that very soon, I would imagine.
Yep. And two, it's errands, finishing up errands, trying to get things completed, maybe expecting things in the mail, because we've got Gemini. So that's, the local environment, communications, mail, short travel, but being very busy, trying to finish things up is really what I'm seeing with this full moon. It's coming off of the square from Neptune, which adds a little bit of confusion and not being sure if you're going to get everything done on time. Also, then it's got the nice trine to Jupiter in Aquarius, which I think a lot of people are really experiencing a lot of joy and happiness, that they are more able to have a little bit more freedom to spend time with friends and family and go out to gatherings and parties and all that kind of stuff is really an example of that kind of energy that's going on with this full moon.
Right, yeah, it definitely looks like a chance for a little bit of celebration. I mean, because that's kind of what Jupiter makes me think of a little bit, especially during Christmas time, is that joyous celebration of just life and trying to get through the winter. I also think that this really speaks to, how people will go travel around town and look at the Christmas lights. That's something I could see being very common right now because it's a Gemini full moon, and it's something that people have tended to do in the past, of course. And with us all being closed in for so long, going out and seeing the lights is a nice, reprieve from being at home all the time.
Definitely. I can definitely see that as well. Being a way that this is manifesting is being able to have a little more joy, spread a little more joy than we got to for the holidays last year.
I do worry a little bit that with the Neptune square that there might be a little bit of a sense of, disillusionment, though? Because I feel like a lot of us probably have this feeling that it doesn't feel quite like Christmas. I know here in Colorado, for instance, we haven't really had any snow at all. And it hasn't been really cold at all either. It feels really warm, like it almost feels like summer. So it really doesn't feel like Christmas, and I feel like Neptune's kind of speaking to that things feel a little off.
Yeah, I even hear a lot of people saying that it just doesn't feel like Christmas.
Right.
So something is just kind of off with that, and it could be a disillusionment of expectation.
Yeah.
Things aren't, even though things are moving forward and there's more ability to come and go, we're still looking at things just aren't the way they used to be.
Right. Well, and I'm sure part of it has to do with, money is tight for a lot of people because, unemployment ended. And some people, you know, have, of course, gone back to work, but it seems like there's still a lot of people looking for work who may or may not have gotten that work, right? So, you know, money is definitely tight because we also stopped getting our stimulus checks. And I think that might also have a little bit to do with that personally.
Oh, definitely. I could see that we are on the precipice of realizing, okay, this is where we're at now. You know, all the benefits of unemployment and the stimulus packages have wound down. People, you know, are now looking at, okay, where am I at now as we're heading towards
Yep.
the new year? And, you know, where do we go from here? And so
Right.
I think that there is a little bit of a disillusioned feeling underlying this full moon.
All right. So that's about it, guys. So we'll see you guys next time. We have a couple other things to talk about that are happening in December. So we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.